Earlier today in Washington, we sat down with the national frontrunner in the race for the GOP presidential nomination, former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Walking around Washington, the native New Yorker says he likes the capital city just fine. He first moved there after he became a Republican. And as part of our Making of a President series, we started off today by talking about that decision.
I was a Democrat until about 1973. I was an assistant U.S. attorney at the time, wasn't involved in politics. So this was more a philosophical decision than a political one. I felt I couldn't be a Democrat anymore. I thought they were too weak on national security.
What does Washington, coming back to this city, mean to you?
I had a long career before I was the mayor. I was here in Washington twice. I worked for President Reagan in his Justice Department as the third-ranking official in his Justice Department. And I guess people don't really know that. They think of me as being mayor.
You've been fairly tough recently on Senator Clinton. What are your personal feelings about the Senate?
My personal feel, I know Hillary Clinton. You know, I got to know her actually probably the best during September 11. I almost ran against her, got prostate cancer, didn't really get to know her until September 11. I have great respect for her.
We just learned today 07 is the bloodiest year in Iraq. What would you do in Iraq starting today?
Starting today, the part of those statistics and analysis that impressed me the most, that I look for, a little below the surface, are people getting back to any kind of normalcy in the way they lead their lives in Iraq. If Iraq can return to a normal degree of stability, with some violence, but not that being the overwhelming picture for people, I think democracy then can take hold.
Would you consider going between now and the presidential election?
I would. I very much want to do that.
To Iraq?
And we're trying to work out in a way that is quiet,
right.
Doesn't exploit in any way, but gives me the ability to see some things with my own eyes.
You are, looking around the rest of the party, an aberration. Can we agree on that point?
I was an aberration when I was mayor of New York. I'm used to that. I was the first Republican in a generation. I was the first one to remain a Republican in 50 years in New York.
Is your message going to continue to be, can you afford it to continue to be, take me as I am?
That's the only message I have. It's the only message I'm capable of. I'm a human being, you know, and if I'm asking people to elect me as President of the United States, not because I'm perfect, not because I haven't made some even big mistakes, but because the balance of decision-making that I do has turned out to be enormously effective.